Welcome to the Hawks Nest for a rare Saturday evening matchup. Tonight we bring you women's OCAA volleyball. The Humber Hawks will take on the visiting Cambrian Golden Shield. I'm Andrew Milani alongside my friend Adam Lucier. The Hawks have finally been able to string together a couple wins after a strong last weekend, defeating Conestoga and St. Clair, only dropping one set. And that, of course, is moving them into 15th in the country and 3rd in the province. So, Adam, after a bit of a slow start, what's been the key for Humber in picking up those few wins?
Yeah, you said it, Andrew. Humber has dealt with a lot of turnover coming into this year, a lot of fresh faces into this program. And you mentioned the 2-2 start, maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but they've rattled off 2 big wins against Conestoga. And how about that momentum-building one at St. Clair? That's going to be huge for them. So maybe it's a team just getting their legs under them, starting to feel themselves just a little bit. You know Chris Wilkins is going to have them coming in prepared. So I expect the best Humber Hawks team that we've seen so far this season here tonight.
Of course, we're looking at Cheyenne Williams right now, one of those players that's been leading the way here. It's tied for 7th in points and 1st in blocks, despite not playing as many sets or matches as some of her peers.
First in the OCAA with 28 kills. It's always nice when we can take a transfer from those rival Sheridan Bruins. Cheyenne Williams has been dynamite defensively at the net for the Hawks.
We'll turn it over for the national anthems. We got to look at there as the players shake hands and look at the standings now. Humber coming into this one 4-2 after a 2-game streak, and Cambrian on a 2-game win streak of their own, 2-5 now.
Yeah, 2 teams just kind of looking to right the ship here. Not the ideal starts to the season, but both are coming in with a 2-game win streak, a whole lot to prove. And let's see what these Hawks have in store.
And now we'll turn it over to Tyler Biggs for the starting rosters, excuse me.
Wilkins deciding to play some of the more rotational players we've seen in his lineup. Perhaps that's because of this condensed schedule that the Hawks do have. I mean, they're back here again playing at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
It should be interesting, as these are the last 2 home volleyball games of the calendar year, I should say. Players are getting ready to take the court.
So what a great opportunity for these Hawks that usually wouldn't get a starting opportunity to come in here and show the coaching staff what they're capable of.
Alex Bartman getting first serve.
She freshly inked her name into Humber's history books as the all-time assist leader.
Controlled by Cambrian. Big block there by Kostanicic. Try again, that got through the block. And Cambrian's on the board first with the point.
Nice start for Cambrian there. That's exactly what you want to do coming into a hostile environment. Like the Hawks' nest, get on the board early.
Now their chance, first chance here with serve. Isabelle Rivet. And a service ace. LaChapelle couldn't get to that one.
Rivet with a nice touch on there. That slice dropped right in front of Alex LaChapelle, who's so sure-handed with those digs. Just out of the reach of that one, though.
And just like that, quick 2-0 lead for Cambrian. And an errant ball there by LaChapelle. That one got away from her.
Well. The Humber Hawks are going to have a problem. Isabelle Rivet keeps it up like this. These are some laser beams coming off the right hand.
Third chance at serve here for Rivet. LaChapelle gets that one. Set by Bartman. Kostanicic, and that one gets away. And finally, Humber's on the board.
That's exactly what you need. LaChapelle got the touch she was finally waiting for. Put it up in the air. You know Bartman's not going to make a mistake, and Alex Kostanicic able to fire that one home.
Serve is up by Andrews. A service ace.
Dueling aces here. Nice work by Cassidy Andrews.
She'll get another shot at it here.
With that, she now has 9 service aces on the year. That's good enough to lead the entire club.
Bartman sets up a big hit there, and that one gets away. Humber Hawks have tied this one up at 3.
Took them a minute, but the Hawks trying to find their wings here, getting it to the big hitters. Kostanicic has been busy early.
Another good serve by Andrews. Controlled by Cambrian. LaChapelle controls that one. Bartman sets it up. Big hit there. Kostanicic just throws it over. Tipped over, but that'll be an unforced error. Humber Hawks now lead this one for the first time, 4-3.
Nice rally as both sides start to settle in here. Right idea as that one was pushed back and forth a few times, but just outside the line for Cambrian.
Good serve there by Andrews. Kill attempt there. That one gets through the block and down. Tied the games down, 4-4.
Kostanicic and Danielle Miles went up for the block. Just wasn't strong enough to push that one back the other way.
Jordan Phillips now a chance with serve. Bartman sets that one up. Big hit by Kostanicic, kept up. Just thrown over net, will be a free ball here. Bartman sets it up. Controlled again by Cambrian. They're scrambling though. Just tossed over. Bartman was onto that one. LaChapelle setting this one up for Miles. And they can't control that one. Humber back on top, 5-4.
Nice to see Danielle Miles get into things offensively. She's so strong off the bench, getting the start tonight. And then we also see Cheyenne Williams check into the game, so good luck. A lot of size on the net for Humber here.
That one can't be controlled by the Golden Shield. Humber on top by 2.
Service aces galore as we get this game going.
Kirsten Osic will get another chance here. Rivet sets that one up. Hawks have it. Miles puts that one over. Libero got to that one. Will be set up here. Big hit, a bigger block there for a Humber point.
It did not take her long. Cheyenne Williams getting into this game and getting it done right away. That's what she brings to this Humber Hawks front court.
Yeah, so good getting around that net back and forth. Good luck trying to navigate through that. Cambrian has it again, gets through the block, controlled by the Hawks. Bartman's gonna set this one up. Big hit there. Libero can't control that one, and another point for Humber.
Like what I seen from Petkoff there. Didn't have a whole lot of speed behind that one, but decided to drive it cross court. And that's exactly what she needed to get the 8th point for the Hawks.
And Mufo was just left trying to control that one. Controlled there by Phillips, gets over. Don't know what quite happened there to the Hawks, is that they just let that ball slip through.
Setter there had a right idea, saw a little opening in the middle of the floor of the Hawks, went over on 2 with the push volley. It just caught Humber a little bit flat-footed.
Tegan Langis, that one, LaChapelle, was kept in there. Play at the net.
Nice work by Petkoff there.
Thrown over, Cheyenne Williams, a nice attempt. That one gets away from Phillips, another point for the Hawks.
Cheyenne Williams, more known for her blocks, but when she's able to cock that hand back, she's gonna fire it down with some authority. Able to fire that one off the arm of a Golden Shield player.
Serve here, that's gonna land outside. A service error for Danielle Miles.
Cambrian got off to a quick start, going up 2-0. Now behind 9-6. Certainly within punching range.
Served by Albert. Hawks having a little trouble controlling that one. Will be an easy point there for Cambrian.
That all comes down to the first touch. Petkoff didn't get the bump on it she wanted. That sent Cassidy Andrews back, and that set just went into the bleachers.
Caitlin Albert, another chance at serve here. It's a good one. LaChapelle's got it. Bartman sets it up. A nice play there by Petkoff for the kill.
Redemption there for Hannah Petkoff, getting up in the air and firing that one down the line. Now she'll have a chance at the service.
Hawks now up 10-7. Controlled here by Cambrian. Big hit there. That will be a point for the Hawks.
That was Bartman and Williams going up there for the block. Neither of them got a touch on it. That kill attempt was fired right into the net. That's could be just hearing a little bit of footsteps.
4-point lead now for Humber. Biggest of the game. Petkoff serve. Controlled here by Cambrian. They'll just throw it over. Free ball here. LaChapelle. Bartman. Big hit there. It goes right back to the Humber side. There was a play at the net. That one can't be returned. Another point for Humber.
A good look for this Humber front court. That's hard to defend with Cassidy Andrews and Cheyenne Williams. Whole lot of size on that net, whole lot of skill. Both could really get up in the air.
Petkoff serve barely makes it over the net, but that was a rocket. Controlled here. LaChapelle gets that one. Bartman sets up a big hit there. Big kill for Cassidy Andrews.
Cassidy Andrews, not much for the finesse style of play at the net. You know she's going to go with that power strike more often than not. And you can't blame her. She has some of the strongest velocity I've seen in the OCAA this season. And you're going to see her power herself through blocks a lot of the time just with that athletic ability.
And that leads to the first time out of the game being called, this one by Cambrian. And they got to do something to regroup here after a bit of a strong start. But since then, it's been a lot of Humber that we've seen. They've really stormed back to grab control of this set.
The Hawks Nest really hasn't been friendly to the Cambrian Golden Shield. 29-9 all time. Hawks Nest hasn't been nice either. Only 4 of those wins coming here at the Hawks Nest. So, you know, coming into this, it wasn't going to be an easy sweep, and certainly the first set score says exactly that. And now with Cheyenne Williams and Cassidy Andrews getting involved, the night can get a little bit longer for Cambrian. We'll see how it shakes out.
We will certainly see as timeout just about ready to expire and women are ready to take back the court. Look at some of the Humber players there. They got to be pretty happy about how things have shaken out here so far.
And this Cambrian team isn't exactly designed to come from behind. They have pretty good dig numbers. They're fairly strong defensively, but when it comes to offensively, they certainly do lag behind with just 7 kills a set average. But we see one there as they proved me wrong.
Nice little tip over the net to earn themselves a point and get them back within 5.
Gonna need more where that came from. Maybe that's the play. Just try to float it over this Humber block, because so far those kill attempts have been finding the hands of Cheyenne Williams and company.
Controlled here. Bartman sets that one up. Big play there. Cambrian scrambling. Free ball here. Bartman sets it up once again. That one got over the block by Andrews, but lands in their side. And Humber back up by 6.
That's exactly what I was talking about, Cassidy Andrews. That ball went directly into the 2 hands of the blocker as we take a look there, but just so much behind it, it's gonna ricochet right into the middle of the court. It's a pretty nice tool to have in the tool shed for Cassidy Andrews.
No kidding. Serve there by Williams was good. That ball just got away from Petkoff. And Cambrian's back on the board.
That one came off the block quickly. Hannah Petkoff had to switch her feet in a hurry, unable to do so. Tough luck point for the Cambrian.
Serve controlled by LaChapelle. Bartman sets it up for Kristanisic. That one controlled by Cambrian. Thrown back, Humber's got it now. Big play there by Andrews. Nice rally going back and forth here. Humber just barely got that one over. It looked like it would have been a point for Cambrian. Another big play there for Jordan Phillips and a point for Cambrian.
It's a shame. There was a great dig there by Alex Bartman, the captain. Unable to get rewarded to it as Cambrian does come away with the point, but a lot of hustle shown on that rally as both teams are really starting to flex their muscles here in the middle of set 1.
LaChapelle controls that one. Bartman, nice little play to get that one over the net, and will earn Humber another point.
She had a grin on her face as soon as that one left her hand. She knew what she was doing the whole way. Alex Bartman, known so much for her assist ability, over 9.5 per set, but hey, she can score some points too. Flips that one over the net.
Yeah, just a great read as she caught that front line napping. Now Bartman gets ready to serve.
Service line hasn't been too friendly as we see another one there. That's her 22nd service error on the year. Leads the team by a good margin, so sure, she does bring so much to the team as a captain, as a leader, as your playmaker. But no one's perfect, and it appears as though Alex Bartman is working on that serve just a little bit.
Yes, that's certainly been an issue for all season long. So LaChapelle throws it over. Free ball here for Cambrian. Except there, a big hit there. The kill to Caitlin Albert.
No mistake there. Finally, Cambrian playing the type of volleyball they want to see, now within just 3 points. But waiting to see Caitlin Albert come alive. Maybe that's the spark she needed.
Yeah, she's averaging just over 2 a set. And a big one right there. Served by Rivet. That one will miss. A service error. And a point for the Hawks.
Rivet gave the Hawks a lot of trouble earlier in this set with that service ability. This time going a little bit long. I'm sure the Hawks are happy to see her step off the line.
The service error there is for the Hawks. And a point back for Cambrian.
Give Cambrian some credit here. Obviously, Humber has dominated the majority of this set, but it's still a 3-point set. Really anyone's shot right now.
That's a good point there. Still anyone's game. You gotta look at Jordan Phillips getting ready to serve. That one kind of got away. Free ball here.
Not pretty, but it's over.
Big block there. A bit of a break there as even though Humber was scrambling, Cambrian was scrambling as well, just couldn't get coordinated in time.
Kristanisic and Petkov, you saw them scrambling in that first possession, but able to work themselves back into position, playing some smart volleyball, and the double team block gets it done. Controlled
here, big play there. That was Jade Gote, but that one will miss completely. Another point for Humber, back up by 5.
Liking what I'm seeing from Cambrian though, finally feeding those outside hitters and letting them go to work. Haven't been getting the breaks they need, but that's the game plan you want to try to execute.
It's up there by Rivet. That's going to be a point for Cambrian.
Not sure if that was deflected. Possibly would have went out if Cassidy Andrews kept a hand off it, but instead she fires that one into the scorer's table. Service error on the part of Tegan Langis.
will be a point for Humber.
Good communication by the libero, LaChapelle. That's what you're looking for. She called that the whole way. Cassidy Andrews took a peek, but instead listened to her libero and made the right decision.
Haley Henderson getting to serve here. Good serve. Reve controls that one. Big play there. Petkoff tried to return that one, but that is in. Just barely touches the line. And Humber now up by 6.
Petkoff had a whole lot behind that swing. As we take a look at it here, appeared it was going to be a power hit. I'm not sure if she tried to go for that cross-court winner, but certainly nicked off the side of that hand and dropped in for a big point, 20-14.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. I don't think she meant to go opposite end there. Kind of caught the wrong part of her hand, but she'll take it as they got the point.
If it works, it works. Petkoff has been pretty impressive on the net, doing work with Cheyenne Williams, who we already know is going to execute. It's really nice to see some of that depth of the Humber Hawks starting to get involved. We talked earlier about how this really is a team of specialists defensively and digs. You're looking at LaChapelle, the net defense. It's going to be Cheyenne Williams. Julia Watson's getting it done as the outside hitter. Bartman, I mean, what more do we have to say about her as the playmaker? So it's nice to see that depth coming up and showing, hey, it's not only the top guns that have some skill, we do too. And Dale Beausoleil has his work cut out for him as his team is down big.
Yeah, kind of in the final stretch drive here of this first set. Humber just 5 points away from taking it. And for Cambrian, it might be just about regrouping and trying to get set for the second.
It's not too often we see Chris Wilkins be the less veteran coach on the sidelines, but he is outdone by Dale Beausoleil for the Cambrian Golden Shield. He's in his 29th year with the club. So both sides definitely have a lot of experience on their coaching staff.
Yeah, certainly been here for a long time. One of the longest tenured coaches in the OCAA. Bartman sets it up for Heaney. Or sorry, that was for Petkoff rather. Played there. Cambrian sets that one up. Gauthier, nice little touch to earn herself the point and get Cambrian back within 5.
Drop that in the perfect spot on the floor. A couple Hawks trying to dive in for those pancake blocks. Unable to get to it, so Cambrian bending but not breaking. They're still very much in this set.
Sending Albert to the service line. That was a good serve. Bartman sets it up for Williams. A big one there, partially blocked, but goes out of bounds for a Humber point.
Williams showing off the athleticism there on the run. Able to get way up there in the air and fire one off the block. Hawks within 4.
Petkoff getting ready to serve here. First-year player. Controlled by Gauthier. Reve sets that one up. A nice little touch over the net. Bartman sets that one up for Andrews. That lands out of bounds for a point for Cambrian.
The Hawks may have seen something in the game tape. They really seem to want to execute those cross-court hits from the outside. Cassidy Andrews looking for one there. Just long, but it appears as though they have the right ideas. They're touching the floor.
Gauthier's serve is good. Bartman runs in to set up that one. Nice little soft touch there by Andrews. Gauthier, big hit. That one's controlled. Bartman once again for Andrews, deflected out of bounds and a point for the Hawks.
Yeah, they keep feeding Cassidy Andrews, and why not? She's been causing problems for the Golden Shield. Don't have much of an answer for her. This time that ball reached all the way to the back court, and Jade Gauthier just couldn't get the bump to it.
Alexandria Dubé on the service line now. Another first-year player getting a chance here. Controlled by Cambrian. Sent over, whistle blown. It's gonna be a violation against the Hawks.
Cambrian pretty pleased with that free point. They'll take that every day. Now within 5.
Maggie Little on the service line. LaChapelle controls that one. Big hit there, just finds the court. That's Cassidy Andrews with the kill.
Well, you know what's coming from Cassidy Andrews. She's gonna try to fire one right down your throat. She did that again just there. Just barely finding that back line.
Bit of lucky fortune there as Danielle Miles checks back in the game, and puts Bartman back on the service line. And another service error for Bartman. She's got to look to fix that as the season goes on.
Her 23rd on the year, certainly something she's struggled a bit with. Brings so much to this team offensively, and of course, as their leader and captain.
Good serve there by Reve, caught the Hawks off guard. That attempt by Kristosic missed everything, giving another point to Cambrian.
Yeah, when the line judge has to take 4 quick steps out of the way, you got to figure that flag's going to be going up towards the skies. That one was out by a country mile.
Reve back on the service line. LaChapelle gets that one. Bartman setting it up. Big play there by Andrews, but that one misses.
Again, Andrews trying to go cross court. Perhaps just getting a little too cute with it. She's had success with a lot of her kill attempts, as we'll see a timeout coming. But for Cassidy Andrews, she's had so much success, why not just fire it right down Main Street instead, trying to pick her corner, but didn't miss by much.
And the Hawks having trouble closing out this set. We're up 20-14. Now it's just 23-21, or 23-20 rather, as Cambrian's creeping closer into this first set. Could tie this one up if Humber's not careful.
Yeah, the Hawks went down 2-0 early on in this set, then just kind of flicked it into cruise control and pretty steadily worked their way towards these 23 points as we take a look at Chris Wilkins trying to get the girls ready and prepared for these final few points.
Yeah, short timeout taken by Chris Wilkins. Just want to re-emphasize a few points. They definitely weren't playing up to their standards that last couple plays.
And it's worth mentioning that this is a combination of players that don't play together too much, certainly not the starting lineup that we're going to see on a daily basis. So when it comes down to the chemistry and it comes down to the creativity, that's certainly going to be affected. And it's going to come down to great coaching, which of course Humber has in spades with Chris Wilkins.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Adam. All these players not used to these ways that they've been put out with each other. So the chemistry may be a little lacking. A service ace there for Cambrian, and they're back within 2. 23-21.
Isabel Reve has been a shining light from the service line for Cambrian. Really the only player out here giving the Hawks a lot of trouble.
Averaging almost a service ace per set on the season. But she puts that one right into the net. And now it's set point for the Humber Hawks.
With the good comes the bad. When you see a player with a whole lot of aces on their stat sheet, you gotta imagine there's gonna be a few errors mixed in there too. No risk without reward.
Absolutely. Reve sets that one up. Big hit. We'll put right into the crowd by Bartman. Giving a point here to Cambrian, and they're still within 2.
The Hawks on set point here, but Cambrian very much in the rear view mirror. Be a big sigh of relief if the Hawks can close it out on this possession.
Jordan Phillips gets ready, thrown right back over the net. Bartman sets this one up. Nice soft touch there by Petkoff. Cambrian back with that one. Reve, nice big hit there. Soft touch there by Gauthier, met by the Hawks. LaChapelle setting that one up, a big hit, controlled once again. Reve just throws it over. Set up there for Kristosic. Cambrian scrambling. They can't get to it in time. It will be a set for the Hawks. They win this one, 25-22.
Hey, if you're gonna get that 25th point, why not get it on an extended rally? That was a fun conclusion to set number 1. Both teams scrambling a little bit. See Kristosic there with the big hit. Cambrian doing everything they can to recover, but just one miss hit too many. And it certainly wasn't the cleanest, most technical volleyball we've seen out of the Humber Hawks this season, but a set win is a set win.
Yeah, they'll take it, although I'm sure they like to clean things up a little bit more as they go into the second set. But as we've seen, it's been a lot of different players that we're not used to seeing playing together for the Hawks, so chance for a few of them to get their feet wet a little bit. And didn't look too bad, although there was times that they could look stronger for sure.
And why not bring the depth pieces in if you're head coach Chris Wilkins? You're looking at your schedule and you had a back-to-back last weekend and a back-to-back this weekend, and your top players are playing a whole lot of sets. And obviously you look at Cambrian on paper, a 2-5 record. Certainly you don't expect them to come in here and dominate by any means, so why not get those depth players involved, see what they have. You know they have to stay fresh the entire season, and obviously you don't wish that you'd be missing any of your top players for any extended period of time. You also kind of want to see what you have in the cupboards if you need to go to the helping hands.
Yeah, especially during this last little stretch you got before the holidays coming up, where you got Boreal coming in tomorrow, and then that one final matchup on Friday going into Redeemer, and then that's it for the first half of the season. Then you're trying to regroup for the second half, of course, after that. Not too many other back-to-backs besides this one, so one of the big chances here for Humber to kind of test that depth that they got.
And a tight schedule like this could really make or break your season. Either you show up like the Hawks have and you've performed phenomenally and you're rolling with a whole lot of momentum and that snowball keeps building, or you drop a few here, you drop a few there, and you feel a little bit unsure. So it's really important for these Hawks that obviously you want to get those depth pieces in, but you want to make a statement here today. Number 14 in the nation, and they want to prove just why.
Yeah, absolutely. Got that third ranking in the province as well. Of course, looking to move up there as well. Players getting ready to take the court again.
We've seen Cambrian get off to that quick start in set one. I'm sure Humber wants to turn the tables here and get going early.
Yeah, let's see what they can get going here. Reveille on the service line.
She's been dynamite there.
Bartman saying that one up for Andrews. Cambrian just getting to that one, just going to be thrown back. Kristancic, nice move there. Tossed over here, Bartman for Kristancic, that one blocked. Big rally here, chance for Andrews, that one lands in, and Humber's first on the board.
What a rally that was. Both teams scrambling on either side. Who was going to come away with it? In the end, it's Humber. An entertaining start to set number 2. That ball was all over the place.
Nice rally to get things going here in the second set. Bartman's serve is an error, tying things up at 1.
Yeah, that's her third error in a row. We're starting to see a little bit of frustration from Alex Bartman. Just hasn't had the touch tonight she's needed from the line.
Jordan Phillips getting ready to serve. Bartman sets it up. Just tossed over by Andrews. Play at the net. LaChapelle couldn't get her hand cleanly on that one. Deflects it out for another Cambrian point. They're up 2-1.
Yeah, that point comes down to Cassidy Andrews there at the net. Perhaps just wasn't able to time that jump enough to get up there. Instead, tries a soft little bump to get things over. Allows a free ball for Cambrian. They came back the other way.
Looks like there's a wet spot on the floor that's being cleaned.
Shade Gauthier for Cambrian on top of things. Doing some housekeeping, and they're not even at home.
Phillips getting ready to serve here once again. Bartman sets up, big hit there. Cambrian's got it. Gauthier got that one right into the block and deflected out of bounds. Cambrian up 3-1.
Cassidy Andrews gave a big shove after that one. Timed the jump well, got up there in time, but just off the right arm and down to the floor.
Phillips' serve is good. LaChapelle gets that one. Bartman setting it up. A soft touch there. Big hit, Bartman got to that one. Andrews sets that one up. A nice soft touch there for Miles. Big hit is blocked. Cambrian scrambling, and that will lead to another point for Humber. Back within one, 3-2 the score.
Danielle Miles getting it done at the net. She's been impressive in her limited opportunities today.
Cassidy Andrews serve just makes it over the net. And Reve couldn't control that one, just kind of laughs that one off. And Humber's tied this one back up at 3.
It's one of those serves you just kind of hold your breath and hope that thing rolls over the top. Cassidy Andrews getting the friendly bounce, won't get it that time though. She fires it long.
Service error, another one for the Humber Hawks, who's been starting to be a problem here, especially in a tight game like this one. Cambrian now leading this set 4-3. Just makes it over the net. LaChapelle onto that one. Krasasic went up for the tip, but just mistimed it a little bit. Cambrian's up by 2.
Yeah, not sure what the plan was there. Bartman threw up the set. Krasasic was there. Petkov coming in behind her. It appears as though both outside hitters were unaware who that ball was intended to.
Bartman sets it up for Andrews. A big hit. That was met. Humber's got this one. Bartman sets it up for Miles this time. And that's going to be a kill and a point. Humber back within 1.
Miles has a big swing. You kind of forget about her there on the outside, but when the ball comes her way, you know you're going to have to get your feet set. She comes in with a lot of speed and powers it through the block.
Reve sets that one up for Gote. Gets that one through the block and down. Just slipped through the hands of Cheyenne Williams and Danielle Miles.
Not an easy block to get through. Miles is 5'11", Cheyenne Williams 6'1". Do the best of the best when it comes to net defense. Nice work by Cambrian, able to collect the point.
Miles got that one. Nice setup there, Bartman for Williams, and another kill.
We mentioned that size. Cheyenne Williams, the tallest player on either side, is 6'1". When you're able to get that elevation, it allows you to fire that ball straight down, as we saw there, the kill into the midcourt.
Now put Miles back on the service line. Reve will set that one up. Soft touch, low miss deflection there, and another point for Cambrian.
Petkov just didn't time that jump the way she wanted to. Got up in the air early. So you see her leave her feet. She was on the way down when that ball went overhead. Lessons learned out here for the Humber Hawks as they find themselves down 7-5.
Gautier's serve missed the court, putting Humber back within 1. And a chance for Petkov to serve.
Either side really establishing their play here in set number 2. It's going to be interesting to see who's able to pull away.
They let that one go without. Turned out to be a mistake, as that was a service ace. Giving Petkov another chance here.
Now to tie game, the Hawks could sure use a run here from Petkov.
Cambrian scrambling, free ball as Gauthier just tossed it over. Bartman setting up for Williams, big block. LaChapelle calls for it. Andrews throws it over. That's going to be a violation and a point for Cambrian.
It's a good recovery by the Hawks coming in off the net, but unable to get rewarded with the point as it does go Cambrian's way. They find themselves ahead once again.
Chance for Maggie Little to serve here. Bartman sets it up for Williams. Big hit, deflected, and another point for the Hawks, tying this one up at 8.
See the entire Hawks bench rubbing their fingertips on that one. They saw the deflection right off the bat. Cheyenne Williams fires that off the top of the block, and we're tied right back up.
And Cheyenne will get a chance to serve here. That one just barely missed a service error and a point for Cambrian.
See Williams check out now. Alex LaChapelle back into this one. Last time out against St. Clair, LaChapelle led the team with 9 digs on the day.
Isabel Rive's serve just catches the court, a service ace.
Closest Humber Hawk to that one was Chris Wilkins. Great placement by Isabel Rive on the serve there.
And unfortunately, the coach can't make a play on that one.
I bet he could. I bet he could.
That one's gonna miss though. Humber's gonna be back within 1.
So the Hawks find themselves in a similar situation to set number 1, where Cambrian's just kind of sticking around, not going anywhere. They're not able to pull out a lead. Be interested to see if Bartman's able to pull the girls together and find themselves an advantage.
That was a good serve. Ray sets that one up. May have gone a little long. Bartman sets this one up. Andrews, a big hit. Whistle blown. It's going to be a point for the Hawks on a violation.
So the Hawks with the violation able to tie things up. Back at 10 with Bartman on the line. She seems to have fixed her serving woes, as that was a pretty nice one coming up over on the net. That's the kind of momentum shifting point that the Hawks need at this stage.
And let's see if she can go 2 for 2 here. That one just missed. A little bit of a lofty serve there. And Cambrian's back on top, 11-10.
The lead changes continue. Neither side able to pull away as of yet.
Still waiting for that first team to go on that run here in the second set. Jordan Phillips getting ready to serve. Just makes it over the net. Bartman sets it up for Miles. That one's blocked. Hawks scrambling. They'll just have to throw it over. Reve sets this one up. Big hit there, but that missed. Jordan Phillips with an unforced error on that one.
Yeah, for Phillips, that's not exactly where you want to be firing that ball from. You see her there in the back court as that set kind of went backwards. The block wasn't too much of a factor there.
Cassidy Andrews was served. They just get to that one, but they can hold on. And the Hawks have taken the lead, 12-11.
Andrews leads this team with service aces, and you see why right there. Not too easy to drop it in front of a libero. They're known for their defensive ability. Able to do just that.
Reve sets that one up. Miles to Bartman. To Petkoff. That's right into the net. And a point for Cambrian.
Some discussion on the floor by the Hawks here as the captain, Alex Bartman, wants an explanation for the chair umpire. Whole lot of commotion on the net, but it'll benefit the Cambrian Golden Shield.
Long serve, just makes it over. Miles sets that up for Andrews. We'll just toss it over, free ball, almost into the rafters. Big hit there by Gote. And Cambrian takes the lead, 13-12.
See Chris Wilkins here looking up and down his bench. Don't think he's too happy with the play here. Might try to shake up his roster just a little bit.
Miscommunication there as LaChapelle and Andrews both want to toss that ball over and end up handing a free point to Cambrian.
Andrews, LaChapelle, and Coach Wilkins all had the head shaken on that one. That's a rare play to see with the miscommunication. Andrews trying to go right over the top of LaChapelle.
Cambrian scrambling here. Reve sets it up for a teammate. Soft toss. Bartman sets it up for Petkoff. That one met by Cambrian. Gote throws it over. Bartman sets it up. Kristosic right into the net. And Cambrian's now up by 3, 15-12. And I think we're going to see a timeout here. And we do. Chris Wilkins calls one.
Just about the right time. And I kept my eyes on the Humber side of the court for that whole possession. And we're starting to see some frustration. I see Alex LaChapelle throw up her hands, some miscommunication regarding positioning. Seems as though these fresh faces in these new lineup situations are a little bit unsure of where they need to be and how they need to communicate with each other.
Yeah, certainly miscommunication has been a key factor here in this second set. Just a lot of balls getting away, and just frankly, a lot of plays that we haven't been used to seeing from this team this season.
Yeah, they seem a little bit disorientated. Obviously, that may be from the new lineup. You see Chris Wilkins here, as good as a coach as there is in the OCAA, a calming influence on the bench, letting them know what he expects and what this team needs out of their starters on the floor at the moment. But certainly not the second set they were looking for. They wanted to go up 2-0 and ride this thing on into the sunset, but all of a sudden, we got ourselves a match.
Cambrian sitting up by 3. Still a long ways to go in the second set, though. Serve is good. Bartman will set this one up for Miles. That's going to be a point here for Humber, so let's see if they can get back on track and rebound after that.
Yeah, it's just what you're looking for coming out of the timeout. Collect that quick point, get your feet back under you, and get this train moving.
Stanch's serve is good. Set up there, gets through the block, and Cambrian's back up by 3.
And here come the subs. LaChapelle back into this one. Also coming onto the floor is Olivia Foley.
Olivia's been a bit of a spark plug here. She's been inserted at times. She's definitely brought a lot of energy to the side. Petkoff gets the point there. They're back within 2.
Nice to see some emotion there from Emma Petkoff. Haven't seen a whole lot of it from the Hawks tonight. You mentioned right off the top, Andrew, kind of rare to see a Saturday late night game. Maybe the girls sitting around just kind of waiting, looming for this game to come. Maybe not as sharp as we would see them.
Maybe that one goes right to the net and Humber's back within 1. Yeah, these Saturday evening games, certainly an oddity. More used to the 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock start for the first game. Ooh, couldn't get down in time for that one. Cambrian's back on top by 2, 17-15.
Maggie Little for Cambrian has really been impressive on the net. Saw her on the run there, getting up in the air. That was in a moment where Humber was starting to threaten to rip this lead away from the Golden Shield, and Maggie Little says no thanks.
LaChapelle got to that one. Looked like it may have been going out. Petkoff, a big hit there. That one gets away. And Humber's back within 1.
That is a statement kill for Petkoff as she walks her way to the line. Fires that one off the forearm of a Golden Shield player. That one ricochets right into the bench.
Petkoff's serve is met by Gauthier. They're scrambling on this one, though. Just be thrown over. Free ball here for the Hawks. Andrews' play there is blocked. And Cambrian reclaims that 2-point lead.
Rive and Little, the 2-woman block for the Cambrian Golden Shield, getting it done. Not something their side is exactly known for, but they've been pretty effective defensively against these big Hawk hitters.
Megan Hunt seeing some playing time now for Humber. Just looking for answers. Bartman caught the whole Cambrian side off guard and earns herself a point there. Nice little sneaky move there.
Mentioned Megan Hunt in the game, one of the first-year players trying to make a name for herself. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention hometown Windsor, Ontario, of course. But for her, she's had really fun starts. She's been effective on the net in her limited opportunities. Another one of these first-year players that really has a chance to shine.
A nice dig there by Olivia Foley, keeping the play alive. And Humber earning the point here, tying this one up at 18.
How about that, a point right off the bat for Megan Hunt, making her presence felt.
Foley back on the service line. She's been pretty effective there. It's a good serve, met by Cambrian. Thrown back, just lands in bounds. Cambrian's back on top.
Placed that well. This one's going to come right down to the wire. Foley checks out. LaChapelle back in for the Hawks. We've seen a tight set 1. Set 2 shaping up just the same.
Doesn't get any tighter than a tie game. 19-19 after that service error. And Lauren Schneider on the court now, replacing Alex Bartman, rather.
I didn't do the math, but Bartman gets about 95% of the assists for this team on the year. The other 5% going to Lauren Schneider. She's the backup setter. So if you see her in the game, good chances the captain is taking a rest. Scramble
play right into the net. Hawks can't control that one. You're down 20-19.
I like the anticipation there by Danielle Miles, though. She saw that one coming off the net, kind of angled herself to get ready for it, but just flicked it back over her shoulder.
Jordan Phillips on the service line. Makes it over. Schneider over to Krstanicic. That one's met. They scramble around with it. Now give a point to Humber. Now we're all tied at 20.
Kendra Bufo, that is. Just didn't get the touch he was looking for. Tried to get that bump and it went right between her arms.
Serve there is good. Just makes it over the net. Humber scrambling there. Sent over by Petkoff. Out of bounds. Cambrian now up 21-20.
Great work just to keep that point alive by Danielle Miles. Laying out, trying to get that set in the air, but Petkoff just misses her mark. To see the diving attempt by Miles. Petkoff just floats it high.
Langus getting ready to serve. Schneider sets it up for Petkoff. Cambrian scrambling. They can't get it over the net, and we're all tied up at 21.
Jay Gauthier did everything she could there, just trying to flick the wrist, pop it over the net. Good awareness by Danielle Miles, dropping that one in. And it's going to be a race to 4.
Krstanicic with serve. Set up there. Big block. Krstanicic went on it. Schneider setting it up for Petkoff. Gets that one over. But out of bounds and a point for Cambrian. They just need 3 more points to take the set.
Back and forth we go. Either side budging in. See Lauren Schneider put it on a tee. That one sure didn't miss by much.
LaChapelle onto that one. Schneider setting up for Miles. Cambrian just getting a hand on that one. Miscommunication there, putting that one right into the net, tying things up at 22.
That was Jordan Phillips reaching over her teammate Maggie Little. That miscommunication is going to cost Cambrian big as they cough up their lead. 22 all.
Alex Bartman and Haley Henderson on the court now.
See what Henderson can get done from the line.
Gauthier had trouble controlling that one. Phillips now just thrown over. Bartman setting that one up for Foley, a big hit there. Hawks now leading this one. They just need 2 more points. That's a timeout taken by Cambrian.
It's a veteran play by Olivia Foley there. See her get on the horse, go for a run. She didn't have long to get to her spot she needed to be, but able to get there in time and fire that one into the backcourt. You mentioned earlier how Olivia Foley can be a little bit of a spark plug for this team when she gets in, and we're seeing just that.
Yeah, Humber being able to seize the lead ever since she's taken the court, and just 2 points away from taking what's been a marathon second set. Both these sets have been real tight. Should be an interesting one here as this one will play out.
Whole lot of points on the board in set number 2, but we haven't decided a winner just yet. And neither team has really had much of a run whatsoever. It's kind of been 2 points here, a point there. Neither side really able to take precedent over the other.
Yeah, a rare set where you don't really see that big run. You usually see a big like 7-0, 6-1 run, whatever it is, but none here. It's just been a lot of back and forth. No team scoring more than 2 points at a time, really.
Even the service run, sometimes we'll see a player get on a roll and stick on that service line for a while, but the service aces, as we see one there right on cue, have been few and far between. We'll see if Haley Henderson has what it takes to go on a bit of a run.
And Cambrian taking their final time out of the set as they're 1 point away from dropping their second set in a row here.
Big response here by the Hawks. This set was in question the entire way. They trailed, in fact, by 1 or 2 points for the majority of this set, so to find themselves ahead with 3 opportunities to close it out, obviously not the set Chris Wilkins was hoping for, but certainly going to be happy if they could walk away with that 25th point and a set number 2 victory.
Yeah, certainly not the cleanest set for the Humber Hawks. First two sets really haven't been too clean, but if they could just come away with this point, then I don't know if all is forgiven, but most would be forgiven, certainly.
Absolutely.
You just want to carry that momentum into hopefully a strong third set.
Hawks gonna try to wrap this one up in a nice little bow.
Big hit there, got through the block. Cambrian's back within one. 1 point here for Cambrian would extend this set.
Gotta win by 2. A big point coming here. If Cambrian can tie it up, we'll go to deuce.
Gauthier with the chance at serve. Over the net, LaChapelle, Bartman. For Petkoff, and that will do it. Humber taking the second set, 25-23.
That's the biggest pop from the crowd we've heard all night. Why not? Petkoff firing that home for the 25th point. And give the Cambrian the Golden Shield, that is, some credit. They played strong, but haven't been able to close out these Humber Hawks as they go ahead 2-0. You know what, Andrew? I said before the game I was going to say Golden Knights at least once, and of course I came through with it. Cambrian Golden Shield, representing the beautiful Canadian shield that represents the territory that they're from in Northern Ontario. Not the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
No, near a self-fulfilling prophecy coming true.
Speaking into fruition.
A little too much hockey on the mind there, Adam. We'll take a little bit of a break here as we get ready for the third set, as we take a look at some of the highlights from this past set. Look at the Hawks nest as both sides get ready for a third set. Another marathon. Both these sets have been tight. Humber taking that first one 25-22 and taking the second one 25-23. So as we get ready into the third set, we're expecting another tight set. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what Chris Wilkins has in store for this third set. Who's he going to throw out there? We've seen a lot of bodies hit the floor. It seems as though up and down the lineup, every player's got to come in and contribute. And it has been easy. You said just that, Andrew. I mean, the 25-22, 25-23 certainly haven't been walking over the Golden Shield, but this third set is going to be pretty indicative of the night the Humber Hawks want to have. Are they trying to wrap this up and get on out of here? Or do we want to see a set number 4? That's going to be up to the Cambrian Golden Shield.
The Humber Hawks do not have the services of Julia Watson. We saw her walking around with crutch earlier. Big loss for the Hawks, 10th in points per set in the league and is 6th in kills per set in Ontario. So certainly missed, and we hope that she's not out long term.
Yeah, she was dynamite last time out against the St. Clair Saints. She had 13 kills to go along with 2 service aces. I mean, you don't need us to tell you how much Julia Watson means to this club, so obviously seeing her with a little bit of a medical situation is not ideal for this club, but as we're seeing tonight, the depth could definitely get it done.
Certainly this is something that long term could actually be a big benefit for the Hawks, being able to get a lot of these depth players some rotation spots. It can help in the long run when you never know what's going to come at you during playoff time or down the stretch, rather.
And for these outside hitters, here's your opportunity. You know, a lot of the balls coming from the hands of Alex Bartman are going to go the way of Julia Watson. That's just the way it goes. She's your offensive catalyst. But now, who are those looks going to go to? It really opens it up for the other offensive players on this team to really try to seize this advantage. A little bit of delay here as Jade Gauthier on their side try to stomp that foot into her shoe.
Shoelaces causing problems since the dawn of time.
Little wardrobe malfunction.
You know, I was actually bowling last night. They gave us Velcro bowling shoes, and I just thought, why isn't Velcro used more often? It's just so much more simpler.
Swag, Andrew.
Swag?
I believe the answer is swag. I don't know if I'd be caught dead on the court with Velcro shoes on, but hey, each their own. If it looks cool on the bowling lanes, why not on the volleyball court?
If it works, right? I'm just saying there's problems there. Nice rally here to start off the third set. Miles throws it over. Set up here. Big hit by Gauthier. Looked like it was going to miss, but stays in. Big hit there is blocked. Cambrian is once again on the board first.
Megan Hunt there for the Hawks. Timed that jump pretty well, but just fired it into the net. She had a good look at it. Big block there for Cambrian.
Hervé with the chance at serve. Up there and service aces. Oh, that ball went right into the chest of Mufo. That one looked like it might have hurt.
Yeah, that's a stinger right there. Right in the sternum. Mufo took that one. Seems no worse for wear.
Megan Hunt the serve. A rocket just barely going over the net. Soft touch met by the Hawks. Bartman setting it up for Miles. And again, Mufo can't get a hand on that one. It's been her unlucky set.
Rough stretch for poor Mufo there. Takes one off the chest, takes the next one off the forehead. But as a libero, that's kind of the job description, right? You're gonna have a whole lot of kill attempts coming your way, and you better have some quick hands.
It's a dangerous job, but someone's got to do it. Hawks scrambling here. They'll just have to toss it over. Free ball. Gauthier setting up. Big hit there. That's blocked. But right into the net. So a point for the Hawks.
This is the Hawks. The start they really needed coming into set number 3. They've fallen behind in the first 2 sets. Now ahead 3-1. Megan Hunt on the service line trying to extend this lead.
Unfortunately, a service error there. Just when it looked like she was going to get on a little bit of a roll. Her 5th service error of the season.
Gut check now for the Cambrian Golden Shield. Are you going to let the Hawks run away with set number 3? Are you going to put up a battle like they did in the first 2 sets? And I think that's an answer right there.
Yeah, unless Chappelle couldn't get her hand on that ball cleanly. Controlled here by Hunt. Bartman setting it up for Petkoff just over the net. Cambrian scrambling, they can't get to it. And Humber's gonna take that 1-point lead back.
Cambrian did everything they could on that one, just out of the reach of the libero, Mufo. If you're the Hawks, you gotta be well aware Cambrian isn't going anywhere. You're gonna have to battle hard for each and every point.
Gauthier's big shot there was blocked. Stanisic over to Petkoff, just in bounds. And Humber takes a 2-point lead.
How about that? I think that assist isn't coming from Bartman. I think it was Stanisic who had that touch. So every player getting involved when needed.
Stanisic with serve once again. That one goes over everybody and over the court for a service error.
Kind of been the story of this whole match. When either team kind of starts to get that momentum rolling, we'll see a service error or an unforced error that'll kind of stop it dead in its tracks. Certainly hasn't been too much rhythm out here on the floor tonight.
Bartman's save attempt there goes right into the net. Handing Cambrian another point. We're all tied up at 5. Hunt couldn't get a hand cleanly on that one. Humber manages to get it over the net. Hervé gets it over. Bartman sets it up for Foley. A nice pit there. And Humber's back on top.
Foley right up the middle gets it done. The Hawks had to scramble just a little bit. But count on your veteran, Olivia Foley. No one even close for Cambrian.
Danielle Miles with serve. Hervé, nice touch to set it up. Sets it up for Petkoff. A big block there. And a point for Cambrian.
Caitlin Albert. You look up solo block in the volleyball dictionary and there might be a picture of that one. She won a ball on her own, 2 hands to the sky, and able to push that one right back the other way.
Keep an eye out for the 2020 edition of the dictionary with that picture in there. Foley, a nice soft touch met by Cambrian though. All time in the world to set that one up. Bartman's nice touch there, get it over. Gauthier, nice hard play there, but over everybody in the court. That'll be a point for the Hawks.
And you see Bartman going over on two there, not setting things up, deciding to go over. And you see what that does to Cambrian. You look there, everybody's caught a little bit off guard, unable to set their feet, and it forces the kill attempt to go long.
Gauthier got to that one. He's gonna softly throw it over. Set up here for Hunt. Nice play there to get to that one. Hervé for Gauthier. Over the court for a Humber point.
Megan Hunt had the first kill attempt for the Hawks there, and she's hitting on that left side. Stands at just 5'7", what really showcases her athleticism. Able to get up there, brings a lot of power to that small frame.
It's not about how tall you are, it's about what you do with that size, of course. Service error there. Now put Cambrian back on the service line. Jade Gauthier getting ready to serve.
Each of these three sets so similar to each other. Another tight one here.
Big kill there, Megan Hunt. Humber back up by 2, 9-7.
Megan Hunt, the first year, showcasing the potential she has. Look at that run up coming up from the back court, sky into the air, and fires that one right in front of Jade Gauthier.
No mistake there. Got full extension on that one as Foley unfortunately puts that one right into the net.
And there it is again. You have a big kill from Megan Hunt. The bench gets into it. It's followed up with a service error. Kind of sends a silence over the crowd. The bench sits down.
Puts an end to all that momentum. Bartman sets that one up. Another big kill there for Megan Hunt.
Megan Hunt getting it done, showcasing her skills and the type of athlete we produce out of Windsor, Ontario. I'll tell you what, Andrew. Craziest thing that Megan Hunt's a first year. She's sitting on her bench all year, and she's capable of some of the plays that we see. We've talked about depth all night for the Humber Hawks, and here in this third set, they're really showing it.
Big play there. Heaney gets that one. Petkoff. Bufo couldn't get to that one. And Humber's back up by 3.
Give Bufo all the credit in the world. She's had a tough assignment tonight. A lot of balls coming her way. Certainly has shown no fear of hitting the floor. She's worked hard tonight. Just hasn't got the bounces.
Had a very tough start to the set too. Bartman's serve is good. It's up there for Hervé. Nice soft touch, got Cambrian scrambling. They can't get it over the net. Humber's on top by 4. That's the most in this set.
Hunt's been showcasing her offensive ability this set. And how about this? Hey, I got a little defense too. Let me block that one down the other way, throw my hands up, and get some 5-5s. Nice work by Megan Hunt.
Now will lead to a timeout called by Dale Beausoleil. First one of the set for them, and the last chance for them to get back into this one, despite a couple tight sets. They got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, it's great and all that you're able to put up 22 and 23 points against the number 15 ranked team in the nation, but if you're dropping both sets, like you said, it's not going to do you much good. As we take a look at Megan Hunt there, what a stretch she's been on in these last few points. And for Dale Beausoleil, I mean, this is about the time, right? It's 12-8. Your team's starting to fall down a little bit. We've seen it time and time again in these sets. It's up to Cambrian now. They got to come out strong out of this timeout and show that they're here to stay, or the Hawks are going to run away with this set and run away with this match.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This set not over by a mile. Still a long way to go here and a lot of chances for Cambrian to get back into this one. But down by 4, it's got to start now.
Yeah, we see a lot of coaches wait till the opposition gets to about 17, 18 points before we see that timeout come. But nice work there with 12 points. As we said, whole lot of volleyball left. And if you're going to make a shift, why not do it halfway through the set?
Yeah, Humber's certainly getting off to big momentum stretch there, and a timeout obviously killed it right there. Is that leading to a service error? Reve getting ready to serve. Controlled here. Bartman's going to set that one up. Hunt's kill. That's good. Megan Hunt having a great third set here with 3 kills.
Making a name for herself. 2 digs, 4 kills for number 6 on the night. It shows an opportunity on the service line. But if anything, what a great audition for her to Chris Wilkins. Showcasing, hey, I got some skill up there on the net.
Certainly a nice little piece to have. Jordan Phillips getting ready to serve.
And she had some versatility as well. We mentioned the outside hitters. Watson, Andrews, and Williams bring a whole lot of sides, but Megan Hunt's game is a little bit more athleticism.
That one gets over the block. Set up here. Petkoff, Mufo gets that one. Thrown over. Controlled here, another chance for Petkoff. Once again, Cambrian controlling soft touch. Bartman sets it up again for Petkoff. Cambrian scrambling there, and it will be a point for the Hawks, as there was a double touch violation.
Initially, Cambrian thought that the referees ruled that touched the floor, and indeed it didn't. The pancake block got down, but you said it, Andrew. 2-touch was the call, and the Hawks are awarded the point.
Reve sets that one up for Gauthier, but right into the net, and Humber's up by 5.
That lead extending now. One of the biggest leads of the night for the Humber Hawks as they're starting to pull away here. Cambrian has put up quite the fight inside the Hawks' nest. Not an easy play to play. Easy place to play, that is.
Gauthier just throws it back over. Free ball here for Humber. Bartman setting it up. Hunt, a nice chance for a kill there. That one right into the net. Danielle Miles didn't even need to touch it. A double hit there will go against Cambrian and will lead to another timeout here for Cambrian.
Certainly not the response Dave Beausoleil was looking for coming out of that timeout, as he calls another one quickly. Hawks have scored 4 points since that last timeout. He's going to chat things over. It's do or die time for his team here.
And for Humber, Chris Wilkins not even in this one. He knows his ladies have been playing well here. Just one final run here to finish things off.
And for Chris Wilkins, you mentioned him not really having to be in the huddle. When you have assistant coaches like Mandy Doris and Kelly Nyhoff, 2 Humber legends, especially Nyhoff, I mean, a Hall of Famer, where he can kind of take a back seat. I mean, those are 2 women that have been in the position that these girls have been in tight sets, and have tried to close things out. Obviously, Chris Wilkins has all the experience in the world, but having a player that's been in that uniform, been on that court, is in the same position, is oh so valuable to this team.
Kirsten Osich back on the service line. Met there. That ball just a little too far by Jordan Phillips, and another point for Humber, up by 7. That's their biggest lead of the set.
This one is all but over. Cambrian has had their opportunity to respond, but these Humber Hawks have shown that they're the better team on the night as they try to close this one out.
Big block there. Gauthier's gonna send that one to Albert. That ball gets away from Humber, and Cambrian's back within 6.
After that defensive miscue, we're gonna see LaChapelle check back into this one. Get her sure hands back into the game.
Tegan Langus getting ready to serve here. Hunt gets that one. That's Heaney. Foley just tosses it over. Free ball there. Reve set it up for a teammate. Hunt, a big kill attempt there, but right into the net. Cambrian's back within 5.
Hunt trying to get it done from the back court. That's one of her few missed touches on the night thus far. Maybe that second timeout was what they needed. So on a 2-0 run coming out of it.
Albert just tossed it over. Miles with it. Bartman sets it up for Foley, big block. Bartman's gonna set it up again, this time for Miles. Soft touch, Cambrian got it. That attempt by Jordan Phillips didn't work. And Humber's back up by 6, 18-12.
Humber sitting pretty here. Just trying to ride this one out. See if we see some more fresh legs into this game. The girls have another game to play just at 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, so a quick turnaround.
Foley sets it up, Bartman. Reve got to that one. It's Mufo, back for Reve, she just tosses it over. Bartman sets it up for Foley, another big block. Got another good rally going on. Hit there, that got through. Petkov earning herself a kill.
Petkov finding that cross-court winner. Humber Hawks inching closer now just 6 points away from wrapping this thing up.
Jade Gauthier will check out for Allison Labrache. Cambrian controls that one, Reve to Albert. That one gets away from Hunt. Cambrian's back within 6. Not going away yet.
That's a big swing by Caitlin Albert. Sure, the Golden Shield would have liked to see a few more of those during tonight's match. It's been a tough night for the leaders, Jordan Phillips and Caitlin Albert from Cambrian. Haven't been able to get much done against this Hawks defense.
Big block there. Bartman sets it up for Petkov. Brash got to that one. And Albert's attempt couldn't get it over the net. That was a quadruple touch, too many. Hawks back up by 7, 20-13.
Seen a few times Olivia Foley going for that solo block up in the middle. And the ball coming into the net right in front of her. Perhaps a situation where just her presence, just her ability to get to the net and use that hustle is putting something in the back of the mind of these Cambrian players that they need to look out for.
Petkov's serve didn't work. Now both teams exchanging service errors. Humber just 4 points away from taking this match. Alexandria Dubé checking in for Kostanisic.
So it appears as though Chris Wilkins wants to get everybody involved, and why not? Certainly easier to do so now, as this set is not as tight as the first two we've seen.
Big block there. Phillips couldn't get it over.
Nice scramble though by Cambrian.
Bartman's soft touch worked there. Humber now just 3 points away.
Bartman doesn't get to score a whole lot of points. Usually she's given the helping hand, so nice for her as she just dunks that one down with the fingertips. 22nd point goes to the captain.
Foley serve, a rocket right into the net. I'll give Cambrian the serve.
Yeah, she had bad intentions on that one, but the only damage inflicted was to the netting.
Bartman sets it up for Hunt, but right into the net once again. Cambrian's back within 6.
Well, nice work by Cambrian here. They're still being active as a net. We're going to take a look at this attempt by Hunt. Not the one she was looking for. Gives it the boot as well.
Bartman sets it up. Nice job there by Dubé. It's going to be a point for Humber. Too many touches for Cambrian.
Cambrian's big issue has really been those first touches coming off the kill attempts of the Hawks. They really haven't been able to find the ball to their setter, and it really has led them to not having those set plays that they've been looking for.
Humber just need 2 more points. Lauren Schneider with the serve. That one's over and good. Play at the net, goes the way of Humber. And now it's match point.
You said it, match point for the Hawks here. They've steadily gotten better each and every set.
Header serve right into the net. It's now 24-17 game. Humber still needing that one final point to wrap this one up.
Can't look ahead to Boreal tomorrow just yet. Still work to be done, especially with Reve on the line. She's been dominant.
That serve right into the net. Humber will take this third set 25-17. And a 3-0 sets to win this match. And a tight 3-set match for the Hawks. You don't often say that, but those first two were really tight.
Yeah, this is going to go down in the box score as a sweep, but make no mistake, the Cambrian Golden Shield traveled into the Hawks test tonight, and they played some great volleyball. Certainly not the technical style, but they were scrappy. They fought. They found themselves behind more often than not, and they had a whole lot of conservative sets, putting up 22 points, 23 points. Obviously a little bit of a letdown in set number 3, but Cambrian could go home holding their head high. They faced a top-level opponent and performed pretty admirably.
And for Humber, now 3 games over 500. We got our player of the game, Hannah Petkoff, no surprise. 9 kills, 5 digs in a big game.
Pretty nice day at the office for Petkoff. Seen a few of those depth pieces step up. How about Megan Hunt getting things done in set number 3? A whole lot of positives to take away from this game, but not too much time to sit back and enjoy this victory, as we're right back on the floor at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Boreal coming to the Hawks Nest tomorrow for a 1 p.m. matchup. You can find that here on the Hawks Sports Network, so definitely stay tuned for that. So myself, my broadcasting partner Adam Blucher, and the rest of us here at the Hawks Sports Network, thank you, and catch us here soon for the men's game.